TunePocket.com. TunePocket.com.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. And we're going to get right into it. Suicide, which is still a sharp subject. Still a taboo topic. I've been looking forward to the month of September because guess what? This is Suicide Prevention Month. Okay? And so I want to start here with this. Suicide can touch anyone and affect everyone. Suicide can touch anyone and affect everyone. Okay. So last week I got a text from my older brother, and he was telling me how suicide was close to him. And he told me that somebody that he had worked with every day, saw him every day, he ended his life by suicide. Okay. And so suicide can touch anyone. It can affect everyone. Also, one of my good friends, about a couple of years ago when I interviewed Brenda Williams Denbo. Hope I got that right. Brenda. She lost her husband to suicide. She lost her husband to suicide, and she was married to her husband for 26 years and lost her husband to suicide. And now she's been really involved with suicide prevention. She's been really involved in helping others who have experienced suicide loss, who reaching out to the ones who are at the end of their rope and are considering suicide, like myself. Yes. Like myself. Yes. Who have been at the end of their rope. So suicide can touch anyone. It can affect everyone. In the state of Tennessee in particular, the rate in Tennessee for 2021 was 17.5 per 100,000, which is 25% higher than the national rate, which was 14 per 100,000. Okay. And the top 20 counties in Tennessee with a high rate of suicide: Clay, Lewis, Henry, Polk, Van Buren, Macon, Lincoln, Scott, Stewart, Hancock, Benton, Rowan County, Bledsoe, Johnson, Cumberland. What's that? Hamlin County, Cheatham, Cock, McNairy, and Union. So those are the top 20 counties in Tennessee with a high rate of suicide. For here in Shelby County, Germantown, Arlington, Memphis, Collierville, the rate was 11.2 per 100,000 here in Shelby County, Tennessee. Okay. Some suicide risk factors. Some of these are individual, previous suicide attempt, mental illness, undertreated depression or untreated depression, anxiety, social isolation, criminal problems, financial problems, impulsive or aggressive tendencies, job problems or job loss, legal problems, illness, substance use disorder, relationship ending, adverse childhood experiences, bullying, family history of suicide, relationship problems, breakup, violence, sexual violence, also some other factors, barriers to healthcare, cultural and religious beliefs, such as a belief that suicide is a noble resolution to a personal problem, suicide cluster in the community, some of these societal things, stigma associated with mental illness or help seeking, easy access to lethal means among people who are at risk, firearms and medications, unsafe media portrayals of suicide, and so the highest suicide rate was recorded in 1984 when it was 14.7 per 100,000. Okay. For the 77% of global suicides occur in low and middle income countries. 1,859 deaths by suicide, 36 more than in 2020. It's a decrease by women, minus 31. There was an increase among men, plus 67, which was the sharpest rise among men between ages 20 and 50. In 2021 altogether, 1,295 men, 564 women died by suicide. 2021, the female rate was 6.4 per 100,000 women and 14.9 per 100,000 men, which was twice the national average. I'm reading this all for the state of Tennessee. All of these facts are for the state of Tennessee, just in case you were wondering. 56 young people in 2021 under the age of 20 died, against 62 in 2020. So there was a decrease in 2021 among young people. In 2020, 304 male and 128 female deaths occurred. A quarter of all suicides are among men and women. The suicide rate remained stable among people in their 30s, while declining among people in their 40s, for men in particular. Discomfort of talking about suicide. I know there's still discomfort to talk about suicide, but it still needs to be talked about, okay? Still needs to be talked about. Especially, suicide can touch anyone. It can affect anyone. It can touch the everyday common man, the everyday delivery driver, the everyday truck driver, the everyday warehouse worker, the everyday nurse, the everyday common woman. It can even touch professional athletes. This is the example that I keep bringing up. Dak Prescott's brother. Ended his life by suicide. Hayden Hurst of the Cincinnati Bengals. He almost ended his life by suicide when he was in college. Again, suicide can touch anyone. It can affect everyone. Solomon Thomas of the New York Jets, I believe. I believe he still plays for the Jets. Used to play for the Raiders, but lost his sister to suicide. And so I'm happy September is here because it is Suicide Prevention Month, and this stuff has got to be talked about. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I went to a meeting last year for the Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network. It was the first meeting that I had ever gone to. And I picked up these flyers in an effort to bring awareness to 988. The Memphis, Shelby County region, I'd like to introduce 988 Rocks in the 901. 988 Rocks in the 901. All right. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, formerly known as the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, offers 24/7 call, text, and chat access to trained crisis counselors who can help people experiencing suicidal, substance abuse, and or mental health crisis, or any other kind of emotional distress. People can also dial 988 if they are worried about a loved one who may need crisis support. Okay. So 901 launched in the U.S. In July of last year. Okay. But 988 particularly rocks in the 988 particularly rocks in the 901. Okay. So 988 rocks in the 901. This is a rock that I made at the Tennessee Suicide Prevention meeting last year. So they have these flyers up here, and I also made this rock. There is always hope. There's always hope. Believe it. There's always hope. Okay. There's always hope. So 988 rocks in the 901. would just encourage people. No, just put in a call to 988 if you're feeling any of these things, okay? No. I posted something on Instagram the other day saying you don't have to struggle in silence. Nobody should struggle in silence, okay? Reach out to someone. If you're feeling these things. As you all have heard me say many times before, I'm at risk for suicide every day because of the times that I have attempted. I'm at risk for suicide every day because of the times that I have attempted. Okay. And my friend Chloe Bellerby, she's at risk of suicide every day. She struggles with it every single day. So she has to fight these thoughts every single day. Chloe has to fight these thoughts every single day. And so, but what keeps her going is helping people every day. That's what keeps her going. That's what really keeps her going. And for those of you who may not know it, because I watch her videos. I watch her at least 1 minute videos every day, talking about how proud she is of you, talking about how you were meant to be here, talking about how you have a purpose. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about suicide. This needs to be talked about. Suicide can touch anyone. It can affect everyone. Okay. All right. That's it for the Sean For Real podcast. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. I am out.